Chad Brendel from Bearcat Journal. It's arrived, boys. It's been a fun 4 years. We're gonna go through some of the ups and downs on how we got here as we go through this thing. But first, let me say thank you to both of you. I feel like we've known each other for like a decade now, going back to the recruiting trail. You guys have been great to deal with. You've been great ambassadors for the program, and I know you really mean a lot to the fan base. The way that you guys interact, deal with the kids, and everybody wants to thank you guys for everything you've done here. So I want to relay that to you. Now let's get started. Take us back to the recruiting process. I know you guys have told this story some, but you guys became friends before you got here. Everybody talks about becoming brothers when you get to college. You guys were already well on the way, and then became basically inseparable best friends once you got here. What was that like for you to have that bond with Kev from day one, before day one?
It was junior year, last AAU tournament, 17U. We met in Vegas in a little food spot. It was a place with 3 different spots. And I remember I was in the Chipotle line, and there was 2 other spots in there. And we both had on Cincinnati shirts. Just walking around with our teams. And I seen him, I was like, hey, y'all, that's my boy. He committed with me. Like, that's him. We looking at each other, walk over there. Like, we introduced ourselves. We walked back. His hotel was before mine. We walked all the way to his hotel, just chopped it up the whole way and exchanged numbers. And then after that, we continued to text, every once in a while, ask if you've seen the games. And then spring break of my senior year, I came up and stayed with him for a week. Just tried to fit the Cincinnati lifestyle of what goes on around here with him being from here, what's in the city.
He didn't show you anything good, did he?
We had a great time.
We had a good time.
We had a great time.
Was it instant, Kevin? Was it as soon as you guys dapped each other up for the first time? Was it like, all right, this is my boy?
Definitely. I remember the first time besides the time we played against each other in AAU, it was the time we both came to the game. And we sit next to each other, and I'm like, man, you look familiar though. So we get to talk. He's like, yeah, I play for Team Loaded. I'm thinking about coming here. I'm thinking about coming here too. And it went from there. Like, it was just step by step. He committed. I committed right after him. And then from that point on, it just moved forward. Spring break came. We had a good time for spring break. We always been into the same thing, real similar. Just it's like yin and yang. It just fit together. And he came up here. I was being from here and took him out, and he fit well. It just was like my brother immediately. It did. It just clicked immediately. We both had the same passion about certain things, and from that point on, it's been tight.
Recruiting story I've never told. His commitment. He goes to Butler, takes an unofficial visit to Butler, and he comes back home that night, and he's geeked. Like, he's ready to commit. He's geeked. And Mick's dad is like, well, it was about like 11 o'clock, wasn't it? 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
He can't get a hold of anybody. So he calls me. He's like, hey, who can I talk? Who can I call? I got to call somebody to commit. Like, what's going on? Who's up? Who can I call? And you didn't actually get to do it until the morning, did you?
Until the morning.
You had to wait for Mick to wake up.
Yeah, so I would be on my birthday. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to come. And we ended up having a little press conference
over
for
at
it.
Summit.
Yeah, over at my high school. And that's where it was. But I knew he had committed. He kind of pushed me to go ahead and do it. Like,
you went like a week earlier, right?
A week earlier.
I was like end of May.
Yeah, and he was the first week of June.
And it just clicked, like, you know what? It fit. And wham, it was there, it's committed. And man,
rest is history.
4 years and went by that fast.
Freshman year, I mean, that was a veteran team. That was SK and Jack and Titus's squad. How was it trying to navigate that and fitting in with those guys, because they all 3 had such strong personalities and big goals, and you guys had a great season. Unfortunately, it didn't end how you wanted it to, but what was that first year like, fitting in and learning, where your spot was and how to make things work?
It went well because I feel like we got strong personalities too.
Yeah.
And that's where it connected. Like, they didn't feel that they were too overpowering. Like, we wasn't gonna let them walk all over us. So we met in the middle. But just having them, they were like the big brothers and we was the little brothers. But you know how big brothers and little brothers, they go head to head. But then all in all, you still have your best days, you have your good days, where everything's cool, calm, and collected. And it was a learning experience because, they taught us the ropes. They taught us how Cincinnati was going to be. They taught us how coach was going to be. When coach got on us, how to handle it with the people around Cincinnati, how to, handle them, how to always be ready for a conversation. And having them, as an older brother that's been here was a blessing, because it wasn't like we came in and we were just lost. I feel like we came in, it was on schedule already. Like, we just had to fit into the routine of what they were doing, and we did that when we first got here very well.
How much have you been able to pass that on to the guys that have come since then?
Definitely. What I learned from that group was just competitive nature. When I got here, it's like I never had to compete at that high of a level. It just had a heart and the passion and the will to win and do things right. That's what I feel like they did absolutely the most, and which is the character and the culture of Cincinnati basketball as well. But when I came here, it's just figuring it out. Like he said, we both got strong personalities as well. But just being young, you got to figure out what you fit, what you're good at, what they might want from you, what the team need, and it's just a learning experience, a day-by-day thing. And the older guys definitely, they vouched for us, they believed in us. We was able to step up and do some big things that year just in our roles. And now that we older, we try to just feed our younger guys the same thing and make sure they always competitive, make sure they got heart, and just always boosting their confidence, man. That's the main thing you can do as an older guy, because they can play. Everybody can play here. It's just learning that, the culture and the coaching, the way it all is, and keeping them up and keeping them ready is part of a big part of our job.
Sophomore year, we could probably sit here and talk for an hour.
Yeah.
That was a good year.
Those guys leave, you get a new group of guys in, Gary, Ott, Farad, Coriante. Mick goes down. The Purdue win, which, to this probably your biggest win, as Bearcats. What was, because really you had some older guys, but it was put on you guys really, because you were the ones that were here the year before. Shaq and Jermaine and those guys helped, but there was a lot of stress and a lot of weight put on you guys, especially Troy, starting point guard as a sophomore. How did that all process, and how hard was it? Because it seemed like every time you'd start to find a groove, a new speed bump came up, something else came up. What was that like?
It was tough, but going back to freshman year, I just tried to use the same tactics that they did, and then still having Maine and Shaq and then Op, he already knew.
Yeah.
And we had G at the beginning of the year, so having them still, doing the same things that were done from freshman year, just tried to carry it over as a sophomore, being a guard and following those same ways of being tough, don't let the other players or other team outwork you, and then going at each other every day in practice. And that's what helped us grow as a unit. With all us being new, it was more of we're just gonna go out and play, and then see what it is. You don't need to be nervous, because all of us are new at it. And I feel like with all of us having that mindset, it took a lot of weight off of the Ox shoulders, Main shoulders, Shaq shoulders, because they were the older guys and they've been through it from the years past. And then me, Gary, I was stepping in a new role. Clark was stepping in a new role. Farad, he's played college, but it was different.
Not the same, right?
Getting different. Adjusting to coach, and then coach going down, and then adjusting to Coach Davis. So just not letting the hump, not let us stop us from getting over. We try to conquer every goal. We try to conquer every step of the way to become successful, because everybody wanted to be successful at the end of the day.
Kev, was there pressure not to have the streak snap that year?
Yeah, it was.
I know. I heard Jack used to call you or hit you guys up and tell you like don't mess it up. We 4 in a row or 3 in a row, whatever it was at the time. Was it stress?
It's no stress, because it's a goal for all of us. We don't want to lose here, so it's always a little bit of stress, but it gives you purpose and will to want to play and win. We know it's a legacy here, and we always want to be a part of that. We don't want to be the team or the guys that mess that up. So even that year with all the road bumps and us being young with new players, that year I felt like a lot of new people and us accepting new roles came together when Coach went down and helped Coach Davis, which also did a great job for us, make him believe in us. We believed in him, and we went out and fought for the program and for our coaching staff so we can all look good. And ultimately I feel like that year that could have went bad turned out to be a year that was pretty decent. You know, we was able to advance in the tournament after the first round. Granted, you know, had to play Kentucky, which is tough, but a lot of people saw the will and the fight in that team, and just the culture of the program, and then Coach Davis, the coaching staff. Everybody saw it. Like, well, this team has the potential to actually do something even when things get rough. And we was able to make something work.
I know you get all the credit for the last shot against Purdue, but that doesn't happen if this guy doesn't hit that three, down 7 with 40 seconds left. I mean, you're on the highlights. You got the shot. I'm not. But I'm saying that doesn't happen if you pass it ahead to him, and you were at 26, 27 feet. Like, banged it, and he told you, right?
Yeah.
He told you, give me the ball.
Yeah, I'm about to shoot it. That's what he said. He said, man, find me. I'm about to shoot it. I'm about to put it up. I said, all right, shoot this. Seconds left.
Yeah.
We can get the rebound. I feel like we can. Banged it down. And that gave us momentum from the beginning.
That locker room afterwards with the water on Coach Davis, is that as good a feeling as you can have as a basketball player, getting that win for him and all the stuff you have been through?
Yeah, not even that, just being young too, getting a win for him, but it was the first time for us to advance in the tournament.
Yeah.
Our freshman year didn't go as we had planned it, but to be a part of something, actually advance in the tournament, when really your back was against the wall, everybody really was, in my opinion, was kind of counting us out. And Purdue was a good team, but to get that win the way we got it was definitely a great feel. I know Coach Davis enjoyed that too.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Last year was rough. A lot of close losses, a lot of.
It's crazy.
Was that maybe the year you grew up the most? Like having to deal with the adversity and having to, 6, 7 games lost by a point?
It was 8 by 2.
8 by 2 or less. You lose in the tournament because you were 1/10 of a second. I mean, that's got to hang. Like, what was dealing with that like?
It was tough because we was in every game.
Right.
We just didn't do the little things to finish each game, and that's what made it tough the most. Because it wasn't like we was losing by 15. Like, we was losing by the last final seconds of a game. 20 seconds, we don't get the rebound, they scored, or something like that. And it was tough because we had seniors that we really wanted to do it for.
Right.
And they wanted to get it done themselves. And as a group, not getting it done together, and you that close, that's what made it real tough. But I think that brought us closer as well, because we talked about it like, man, like, what are we doing wrong? What's not getting done? And we had our ups and downs, but in the end, like, we were still. That's a great group of brothers that we had. Like that bond that we had together, and the battles that we went through, the fights that we went through, the arguments that we went through. That'll always be remembered. The year didn't end the way it was supposed to, but people really didn't expect the year to be like that.
Right.
Anyways, so we tried to shock. Every game we tried to come out, shock the world, play hard, let's get this win. And us folding at the end of the game was tough, because you learn that from the end. Like, you don't fold at the end of the game. You get it done. You get the little things done, and we didn't get that done. That's what, as seniors this year, we tried to carry that over, just get the little things, finish each play, finish each game, and value each possession.
Kev, how much did you take it to this year and say, we got to get that offensive rebound at the end? And it's happened this year.
Yeah.
Iowa State, you get the offensive rebound, or stop them from getting an offensive rebound. You're on the floor scrapping. You lock down Monte Morris so he can't get the ball back. The little stuff like that didn't happen last year. How much did that help this year? The attention to detail on every small thing.
Oh yeah, it helped a lot. To be honest, in my opinion, it started this off season. It started with Coach being known as. He saw what we went through.
He was rough this offseason.
It was rough.
I mean, I can vouch for you. Normally in the offseason, he's kind of
calm and just let you do.
His foot was on the gas quick.
It was on the gas because he understood the potential we had even last year, and we never reached that full potential. And Coach blamed himself for things like that. So it started with the off season with all the extra workouts, the extra pushing. When you want to quit, we're not allowing each other to quit. And now it's just, honestly, it's carrying over in the games. When we get close games, you got guys that's ready to battle. It's just mentally locked in. And because that feel last year that we had over 8 times is the worst feel that I think anybody. I'd rather just lose by 20 and just know, hey, they beat us today. But just to keep losing by a pointer, at a buzzer, a long shot, that's stressful. And this year, we're just trying to make sure we don't put ourselves in those positions, and when we're in a tough game, that it's the small things, the intangibles. It's not just about making a shot, but it's about blocking that guy out, getting a rebound, diving on the floor. Anything small we try to do. And I feel like that's why a lot of games are close ones, because we've been in some close ones. We've been able to come out on top successfully.
Troy, Mick kind of changed his recruiting strategy, starting with you guys, getting guys that are more offensive minded, and then Gary, and then Jacob, and then Kyle comes on, and Cumberland comes in. What's it like as a point guard? When you got here, the weapons were scarce. What's it like now, knowing if I make the right pass, they're going to make the shot?
Right.
Like, you're not stressing on how to grind out offense anymore. What's that like as a point guard?
It makes the game a lot easier.
And more fun?
Way more
to
fun.
say that. Fun.
But the game's fun regardless. But it makes it a lot easier because I can examine things at half court. I can see which defender is not helping, which defender is helping. If I want to make this play, he's going to be, oh yeah, this is knockdown. I know it's knockdown. Or he's not really helping, let me come off this screen, hit him in the post or something. I get to think of the game in a different aspect of, instead of just thinking of, dang, well, it's only a couple of us that can get buckets. At least get it on the rim and
Right.
see if we could rebound it. Not depending on our bigs getting boards. Now we have a confidence level of, yeah, this is going in. Yeah, this is a good shot. Yeah, this is a make. Come on now, let's focus on stops. Like we're doing well on offense. Let's get back to what we do. Let's get back to defense. And having that, ability to have 5 guys on the floor at all times that can score, it's easier because everybody's playing happy. Everybody's having fun. Everybody knows that, yeah, hey, good shot, bro. Or yeah, that's a good pass. I'm about to shoot it. I'm about to knock it down. Or I'm about to make this bucket for you. And that's how the game is played. That's how we play it this year. And we love that. It doesn't matter who scores. It's not just one person who scores. It's everybody scores. It's a collective thing, and we all adapt each other.
I'm not going to put a cap on this season because senior day is not the end.
Right.
You got a lot. 25-3, playing for a seed, playing for a conference tournament, conference tournament title. I don't want to spend too much time on that. So I want to know Thursday night before the game, you hit this spot right here with coach, with your families. What's going through your brain?
That's gonna be tough. It's just being from here, man. It's just a great opportunity for the last 4 years of my life. It'll be a nice recap to enter that next part, but it'll be sad, man. I miss every bit of this because I know in the back of my mind, I know like it'll never be something like this ever again. It's just the truth, but you got to deal with it. We're gonna come out here and have a good game and play, do what we do as well. But just to hear the fans and just to know this the last time in here, it'll hit me when it hit me at that moment.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like, I don't even think about it. I'm just having fun, but I know.
You just visualized it a little bit, didn't you?
What? Walking out here,
Yeah,
come
you
here,
know the
and
process.
be running around and just turning there, and everybody clapping. I'm gonna be like, what? It's over. It's really over here. It's over here, And I love to play here, man. I'm from here. I believe this really. So yeah, it'll be tough, but getting prepared a little bit.
You choke up a little bit.
A little bit. Man.
I'm a joke. I'm gonna hold you. It's
been a lot to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
You were 17 when you got here. Like, you were a baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, and especially here in the crowd. Like I'm a people person. I love the people.
No, you're a people
And
person.
To hear when I walk out and and the crowd goes crazy, I'm gonna be like, dang, I'm not about to hear this no more. Like it's not gonna be like this anymore. It's not gonna be 13,000 filled,
Which is
going nuts.
love.
And then I know I'm gonna look over at my mom and she's gonna be balling before I
Yeah.
even get into the gym. And then, man, I don't know,
Got
man.
to see you on that day, man.
I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best.
If you do, you do.
How I come out here and tripping out.
Yeah.
Troy's gonna cry.
hurt.
I'm going to. I feel it. I feel that I'm going to, but I'm gonna try my hardest to
Keep
lock
it up.
my jaws up, hold my fists. But once I raise that jersey up, I think it's gonna happen.
I ain't even just gonna be the fans. Like I love my teammates, and I really love we got such a good culture, and it's all been all my 4 years to be honest.
But this group's different.
It's
No,
it's
and
different.
I want to make that
It's
clear.
different.
Like,
It's different.
I've been doing this since I was 17 years old. I started at Marshall with Randy Moss and Chad Pennington, and I've been around team sports over half of my life. This is different.
Yeah, no,
The camaraderie you have, the personalities, everybody's good. You know, you can talk to any of these dudes. You're gonna get, they're stand-up guys. You get good answers.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never met a group as good to deal with as you guys, and that's a lot on you two. Because I mean, this is your senior year. This is your squad, and I mean, it's got to mean a lot to you guys to know that you're playing on a team like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. That's what it's gonna hurt the most. Just I love my young fellas, my dog here. Just my whole from 1 through 13, from Bart to Toves to John. Like I love all of them. Like I love the managers. You gotta think like it's been 4 years. Some of the managers been here just as long as I've been here.
They'll be coming out.
It's just like, man, like, dang, I used to see y'all every day, and it's gonna hit a point where I'm not even gonna see y'all no more. But,
Now you're gonna be sitting over there with me and Marv and Hep.
Yeah.
like just looking in the new gym. The gym won't be the same. Like just but that's life, man. We understand as we getting older. It's a different phase. But I gotta say, I've loved every bit of this. I loved it. I wouldn't change it for nothing, man. I wouldn't go back and change schools.
Troy, you've had your mom for the whole ride.
Yeah.
She's missed what, 10 games out of 100
4
and
years.
130 something, 140 something games. She's missed 10 from Richmond, Virginia.
10 from 100 and something.
Makes the way every trip.
She's been to more games than I have.
No, for real.
Like, legit.
She's the champ. She's the champ.
It's gonna be awesome,
It is.
and it'd be good to see your moms and your dads. Gotten to know all of them really well.
They gonna cry too. They gonna cry. They gonna cry.
Oh, your mom's gonna cry. I don't know about you. Think your dad will?
Yep.
All right, we'll
It's just gonna be a
I'll have the
moment
camera.
like,
I'll get
man,
it.
I think
I
he
get
is.
it.
graduating,
Yeah,
senior
all
night,
that.
just is gonna hit everybody. Like, dang, it's a new journey in a minute. But
Gentlemen,
it's fine.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Thank you again.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure of 4 years. It's gone by entirely too fast.
Facts.
Entirely too fast, but there's a lot of work left to finish.
I remember seeing you at AAU games, Chad. That's what you used to talk about. AAU
Yeah.
games, man.
Your mama put a 15 and under team on Mama Timeout one time.
Team loaded. I know it's up.
She did. That quick story that quick story on that. I'm watching the game, and she's loud. She's getting into it. She's cheering Troy on. She's telling him what to do, and this 15 under team that was sitting there started kind of like mocking her, like laugh, like doing the cheers with her and whatnot. She snapped around, turned them up. I'll put you all in Mama Timeout, and they all zipped up real quick.
Real quick.
I understand.
Get it together.
Yeah.
Get it together.
It's been a long journey, fellas. Thank you so much. Good luck, and I don't know, 92 did it.
Yeah.
Maybe see you all in Phoenix?
16,
Yes, sir.
17 can
Yes,
do it.
sir.
All right, sounds good.
Sure.